We produce and consume more data in a single day than at any other point in human history. But the biological hardware processing it, the human brain, has not been upgraded. When forced to manually process modern digital information flows, our minds become a severe biological bottleneck. Think about the daily friction of staying informed. You are constantly digging through a fragmented digital environment, jumping manually between Twitter threads, Instagram feeds, and YouTube channels just to piece together the news. To solve this, we are seeing the rise of software as an active microarchitecture, tools designed specifically to absorb this cognitive burden for us. The baseline for this transition from manual effort to automated curation is an app called Follow. This diagram illustrates exactly how that automated curation handles your data flow. Follow collapses those chaotic creator feeds and news blogs, sorting them into a single, highly efficient vertical timeline. Efficiency in the modern era comes from entirely outsourcing the human filtering process to an aggregator, rather than trying to scroll faster. This offloading extends beyond how we process text. We are now using these same microarchitectures to bypass the physical limits of human sensory perception and data capture. Take photography. For decades, capturing high-quality light data required direct human input, and camera applications like VW Finder represent the ultimate baseline of that manual mastery. To operate it effectively, you have to execute intense manual controls, calculating the exact shutter speed and capturing data in a raw, uncompressed DNG format to preserve every pixel. It demands total focus. The camera app Photon takes the opposite approach, replacing manual calibration with algorithmic overwriting. If you are shooting on a mid-range phone with limited physical sensors, Photon bypasses those hardware limitations by applying the complex lens models and color science of high-end Hasselblad and Leica cameras to your image. Scaling this sensory upgrade from a single camera lens to the entire planet gives us tools like marine traffic. Your smartphone taps into global satellite networks, pulling real-time telemetry to track the exact velocity, route, and dimensions of industrial freighters cutting across the ocean. By offloading geographical awareness to these networks, a single user can track the movement of global commerce in real time from their pocket. Beyond sensory upgrades, the most significant bottleneck remains our ability to execute complex analytical logic and research. We can see the early stages of this with Google Flow Beta, an AI creative studio where media generation has been delegated to background machine processing. The real leap is the move from passive media generation to synthetic agency. This is where applications like GenSpark AI Workspace operate. You give the synthetic agent a single natural language prompt, and it autonomously builds a web scraping tree, pulling distinct data points from across the internet. It then snaps that scraped data into an organized, multi-column grid, delivering a completed spreadsheet without any human intervention. For deep dive research, large language models are powering even more advanced synthetic agents like Mistral Vibe. Vibe plugs directly into your calendar, your email inbox, and your knowledge base. It synthesizes all of that internal context to autonomously generate comprehensive analysis reports. Research has transitioned into a deployment of synthetic agents that execute the underlying logic for us. Step into any high-output modern office today, and you will see an environment where relying on manual data processing is already becoming a professional liability. Integrated systems like Microsoft Copilot have become the baseline standard for this new algorithmic workspace. The algorithmically augmented worker can generate decks, spreadsheets, and complex analysis in seconds. Contrast that against a manual worker who exhausts themselves for hours to produce a fraction of that output. When a synthetic agent can scrape, analyze, and format a report in minutes, the professional relying on manual sorting isn't just working harder, they are producing significantly less value per hour. The choice is now between auditing your digital workflows to embrace these tools or falling behind as the gap between manual effort and algorithmic output continues to widen.